Today, I will convey in the importance of education in my short speech. But what is education, and how important is education to our country and ourselves as students? Education refers to a process by which a person develops their skills, attitudes, and values. We study to practice and to acquire knowledge, and the student will prepare us to the real life situation. Education brings us to many benefits such as confidence in ourselves, freedom to decide, conscience as a whole, and help us to improve ourselves. To feel fulfilled, to feel that we are something in life, and that we have an end for which to live. Therefore, education is an important part of our life, as well as an essential part to develop a better for the country. So, this is the end of my speech today. Thank you for the attention. Have a nice day.
Everyone agrees that education is hugely important. The thing is, we're not particularly sure what we want from it. The aim of education should be to prepare us for the challenges of adult life. Yet from this perspective, it's clear that schools fail all but a tiny portion of their students. Whether in highly academic private schools or in deprived government-run ones, trouble dealing with life's challenges remains very widespread indeed. Human ingenuity, energy, goodwill and talent is being lost on an industrial scale. To get more ambitious about education doesn't necessarily mean spending more money, building more schools, employing more teachers, or making exams more difficult. Rather, it should mean focusing more on the real purpose of education. There are two fundamental tasks it should help us with: working and sustaining good relationships. In order to address these needs, a future national curriculum might specify that the following subjects be studied. Firstly, capitalism. A conspiracy of silence exists around the economic system we live within. We find it hard to change its bad sides or defend its strengths because we simply don't fully understand how it works. A subject like maths should be geared to teaching its number one utility for 99% of the population: dealing with money. Such classes would demystify the global economy by teaching students the importance of the means of production and how profits are made. The role of cash flow, HR, leadership, marketing and competition would also be studied. In the perfect school system, you'd also then study a really big second subject: yourself. Young students would be introduced to the idea that we humans are extremely prone to misunderstanding ourselves. They would be taken through the concepts of delusion, defensiveness, projection and denial in everyday life. Individual tutors would be on hand to help students draw personality maps with particular attention paid to their neuroses and fears. Doing this would ensure that students learn a lot about how complex they truly are and what types of people they would be best suited to hang out with. A crucial unit would be devoted to career self-knowledge. What job are you best suited to? Students would spend 3 hours a week exploring what they might do with their futures. Then one would study relationships. Being intensely aware of the social and individual cost of every unhappy relationship, an ideal education system would emphasize the acquisition of skills that help people to live better together. There would be units on kindness and forgiveness, as well as on anxiety reduction techniques. In this educational utopia, it wouldn't only be children who would go to school, but adults as well. Schooling would be for life. Education wouldn't just be taking place in classrooms. Media and the arts would be made to maximize their teaching potential and help to teach people what they actually need to learn. We're so hung up on the challenges of running a massive education system, we're failing to pinpoint the real source of its problems. These aren't primarily about money, salaries, or discipline. These are really only a consequence of a more fundamental problem. Right now, and with no one quite meaning for this to happen, we've simply got the wrong curriculum.
dia sy mianatra kaya tantara. Língua e dibujo. Para fazer matemática. Problema, multiplicação.
Kita tayo sa pinagula amon. Itsukli amon. Upay pag-eskwela.
When I see Ebola, I'm feel very sad. That is why I say I want to become a medical doctor.
Les écoles sont des choses à permettre de donner des savoirs, des dames respectables.
I do not think about my leg. I feel free.